Good day, I am Ayo and this is Watchlist by Ayo. On 3rd of January 2026, report emerged of a major U.S. military operation in Venezuela that sent shockwave through international diplomacy and regional security. Venezuela authorities, led by Defense Minister General Vladimir Padrino Lopez, issued strong and dramatic statements about what they describe as a military aggression and the toll it took on Venezuela leadership security forces. In a televised address, Venezuela Defense Minister General Vladimir Padrino Lopez decried what he called criminal military aggression by the United States, claiming that the strike targeted both civilian and military infrastructure, including the Fortuna military complex in Caracas and other installations across Venezuela. Padrino expressed that the nation was under a serious military assault and vowed that Venezuelan armed forces will resist any foreign presence, promising full mobilization of the country's defense capabilities. One of the most striking claims by the defense minister was that a large part of President Nicolás Maduro's personal team was killed during the U.S.-linked operation, which Venezuela authorities described as an attack on the national sovereignty. While exact numbers were not publicly specified by Padrino, his remark underscored the narrative pushed by Caracas that the strike, which Venezuela leadership referred to as an invasion, inflicted significant losses among Maduro's closest protectors and loyal military personnel. These statements were part of a broader message meant to rally Venezuela armed forces and population against what government characterized as external aggression. Following the alleged strike and intense military pressure, the Venezuelan government declared a state of external disturbance, a form of national emergency, and warned that all defense plans would be implemented to respond to further threats. Vice President Delcy Rodriguez, appearing on state television, echoed the defense minister's claim, demanding proof of life for President Maduro and First Lady Celia Flores, whose location was uncertain at the time of her statement. Rodriguez also asserted that Venezuela would never become a colony or lose its sovereignty, and called on citizens to remain calm and united. This statement from the Venezuela Defense Ministry came amidst reports of U.S. military operations that targeted government and military sites in Caracas and other regions, which some outlets described as involving allied forces striking key installations. The Venezuela government's framing of the event, using terms like invasion and military aggression, reflect its position that if sovereign state territory was violated, its leadership endangered. International reaction has been mixed, with some countries condemning the use of force and others taking more cautious stance regarding the legality and implication of such a military operation. The comment from Venezuela Defense Minister carry weight because they speak not only to the immediate human cost, including alleged deaths among presidential security forces, but also the broader issues of national sovereignty, regional stability, and international law. Venezuela's reliance on its military for internal and external security makes any loss of personnel symbolic and potentially destabilizing, particularly in the context of heightened tension with one of the world's most powerful military. Words coming from the Cuban president. The crisis quickly drew reaction beyond Venezuela border, most notably from Cuba, one of Caracas' closest political and strategic allies. In a public statement, Cuban President Miguel Diaz-Canel strongly condemned what he described as foreign aggression against Venezuela. He declared that Cuba stands firmly with the Venezuelan people and government, warning that any attack on Venezuela threatens regional sovereignty. In one of his most striking remarks, Diaz-Canel stated that Cubans are prepared to shed blood in defense of Venezuela, framing the situation as a shared struggle against what he called imperial aggression. While the statement does not indicate any immediate military deployment, it reflects the depth of the political and ideological alliance between Havana and Caracas, an alliance rooted in decades of cooperation in security, intelligence, healthcare, and diplomacy, The Cuban president's words also signal how the situation could escalate beyond Venezuela, drawing in regional allies and increasing international tension, especially in Latin America and the Caribbean. Cuban reaction is significant because it highlights how events in Venezuela are not viewed in isolation. Any major military confrontation involving Venezuela brings wider geopolitical consequences, including diplomatic rift, proxy involvement, and heightened global scrutiny. In conclusion, Venezuela minister has framed recent events as a direct military aggression, claiming heavy losses among presidential security forces and declaring a national emergency. At the same time, regional allies like Cuba have issued strong statements of solidarity, with President Miguel Diaz-Canel vowing unwavering support for Venezuela and warning that any attack on Caracas is a threat to regional sovereignty. Together, these statements underline the high-stake political and security environment surrounding Venezuela, one shaped by long-standing tension, alliances, and competing global interests. As the situation continues to develop, separating official statements, verified facts, and political rhetorics remain crucial for understanding what is truly happening and what may come next. This is Watchlist by Ayo, bringing you context, clarity, and responsible analysis in a time of global uncertainty. Thanks for watching. Bye.